I'm Jeff Matlow. Welcome to the best leadership podcast ever. Welcome back to the pod. It's always great to talk to you about the fun life's leadership lessons that I've come up with in whatever irreverent way I can. Hey, listen, I'd love for you to join the best leadership community ever, and you should if you're ever coaching curious. You get access to free coaching, exclusive webinars, monthly roundtables, a member-only Slack discussion, office hours, and a ton more. Go to thebestleadershipnewsletter.com and you will find it there, thebestleadershipnewsletter.com. But what I want to talk about first is the world around you. Did you know that if you place blue lights in locations around a city, it actually will reduce crime? It's true. Look that one up. And if you put benches in a lunchroom, it actually increases the chances that people will talk to one another. That one's true too. Natural light will make you happier. A cluttered desk is going to increase your stress, and people are more likely to engage in conversation when there is circular seating. What I'm trying to tell you, and doing probably a horrendous job at, is that sometimes leadership is more than just communication, strategy, and kumbaya moments. Sometimes it's also about furniture. Whether you know it or not, your physical surroundings will influence people's thoughts and behaviors. Sometimes it happens in subtle ways, like how people behave differently when the leader's door is open versus when it's closed. And sometimes it's far less subtle. For instance, if you put a round table in the conference room, it's going to lead to more balanced conversations than a rectangular table. The study of this is called environmental psychology, and I completely should have majored in that when I was in college. Instead, I majored in abnormal psychology, which is probably why I'm a leadership coach. No offense to abnormal leaders out there, or the normal ones for that matter. The important thing to know is that workplace design isn't something you should push off to the summer intern and say, do whatever you want, I really don't care. If you're a leader, you need to care. If you're an employee, you really need to care. Because if you don't care how the office is designed, then you don't care about interdepartmental communication, you don't care about productive employees, and you definitely don't care about building a company that people want to work at. I'm trying to make you feel guilty. Do I? Is it working yet? One thing I've often seen at companies when I'm doing my team coaching work is an environmental design that encourages one type of behavior and a leadership team that is annoyed when people act that way. So let me be completely clear here. If your departments are physically separated from each other, you will create a siloed mentality whether you want to or not. What I'm trying to tell you, and again, probably not doing a great job at it, is that it's important to first determine the behavior you want and then ensure you design a space that supports it. You know who's the master of this? Starbucks. The goal of Starbucks is to be what they call the third place. There's home, there's work, and then there's the third place, and that's what Starbucks wants to be. To achieve that vision, the Starbucks designers needed to create a welcoming environment in every store. They need to have people feel at home the moment they walk in. And this is why most Starbucks locations have comfortable seating and warm lighting, because it helps create that relaxing and inviting atmosphere. It's why they have free Wi-Fi and soft music to encourage you to hang around for a while. And it's also why they greet you with a smile and call out your name when your order is ready to make you feel like people know you and that you belong there. Due to all this stuff they've done, people stay longer in Starbucks because it's comfortable. People speak softly in Starbucks because it's designed for lower volumes. People treat Starbucks like a workplace because they make it super easy to do that. And people feel independent yet connected in Starbucks because that's how they design the seating. So when it comes to influencing human psychology with environmental design, Starbucks is your master class. Think of this next time you go get a cup of coffee. If you want happy employees who like being at work, and I'm assuming you do, I kind of hope you do, then you want to make sure your people feel empowered. People are more productive and more creative when they feel that they have control. Having control as it relates to work means being able to influence your environment and adjust your environment. And there are 4 elements that are important to this. The first is layout. People can feel like they have control when they're in a closed space that allows them to influence their office environment. So when people have their own offices, they can have a sense of control. However, that feeling of control can also happen in open spaces. For instance, if you give people the ability to work from whatever desk location they want, they get a sense of control. So the important thing in layout is to know that it's going to impact communication and feelings of control, and you need to be mindful of your decision in how you want that to manifest itself. The second is noise and light. Productivity and mood are impacted by noise and light. The more control you can give your employees over these factors, the happier they're going to be. Third, cleanliness and order. Disorder leads to distress. If you want a focused team and a high-performing team, keep the office space clean and keep it simple. If you have busy artwork on the walls or changing colors every 10 feet of wall, people won't be as focused as if it's a more simple design. And fourth, access to nature. Vitamin D helps things grow, including your attitude. Natural light grows happiness, so have plants around, light, windows. All of this will lead to an improved mental health among employees. You don't need a therapist or an architect to influence how people behave. You just need to be aware of what kind of space you've built for your team, your meetings, and your culture. And regardless of whether you've got a work from home habit or an office-led organization, there are a few things worth doing, and they're worth doing right now. Here they are. First, make a note of the behavior you want. I'm serious. Pull out a pen and paper, write it down, and document it. I don't care if you're a solopreneur or you're in a bigger company. Define the behavior you want and write it down. Next, take a look around your space. Look at the lighting, the layout, the noise, the comfort level. How much does it actually encourage the behavior you want? And number 3, redesign the space to promote that behavior. If you want more collaboration, put chairs in a circle, add whiteboards, buy benches, create ad hoc gathering spaces. If you want to increase focus, forget the open floor plan, reduce noise levels, and reduce any visual distractions. You want more leadership development? Put junior folks in rooms with more senior leaders. You're going to be amazed at what happens with that. And hey, if you want better digital engagement, create Slack channels or team channels for hangouts and fun conversations beyond work-related stuff. And make sure everyone is always on video when they're on Zoom. And encourage the use of GIFs and emojis for people to express themselves in the digital world. Again, you'll be amazed at how far that goes. In the end, it's not just what you say that matters. It's where you say it and what that space looks like. So if you're not getting the behavior you want from your employees, you don't necessarily need to change your team. You might just need to move the furniture. To dive in deeper, please subscribe to thebestleadershipnewsletter.com. And again, join the community. We got monthly roundtables, exclusive webinars, free coaching, member-only Slack discussions, and a lot more. It is going to drive your career forward like you wouldn't believe. Thebestleadershipnewsletter.com. I hope you have a great week. I'll talk to you next time.